What's up, everyone? I'm Natalie from KGRG, and I am joined here with...
Oh, yeah, I'm Anthony.
I'm Daniel. I play drums.
Good to have you guys back. You guys have been here a couple of times now, even though you got a little lost. It's okay.
We have been here before. We played in the studio once.
How did you get lost?
I live really far away.
I guess if you've been here like 2 or 3 times.
I'm pretty sure I've
my
been
first time
escorted.
here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you're new. When did you join the band again?
I joined last year. It's been a year now, actually.
Ooh, happy anniversary.
Yes.
Congratulations. Just to start off, I want you guys to kind of introduce yourselves, like, of the band itself and sort of your background for anyone that may have not heard of you before.
Yeah, so our band's called The Home Team. We're kind of pop punk, pop rock band from Seattle. We started in, I think, like 2013 or 2014 is when we put out our first EP. We just dropped a record last year in July through Revival Recordings. It's called Better Off. I think a lot of our stuff gets played on KGRG, which thank you for playing us and backing us.
Absolutely.
But yeah, for fans of like older Panic at the Disco, Fall Out Boy, that style is kind of like that, but in 2018 or 2019 is us.
So your album is called Better Off, correct?
Yes, correct.
So I have a question about that. Every single song, do you say Better Off?
I'm pretty sure most of them. Brian sings it.
Either Better Off or Better gets said in pretty much every song. I don't think it was an intentional thing. Brian made a funny video.
The compilation video.
Yeah, our singer made a compilation video of all the times that he says better or better off in the record. And it's like 30 or 45 seconds long. I don't remember the backstory of why we called it Better Off. I think it just... It's better!
You sampled it, huh? Amazing.
I honestly watched that compilation video like 10 different times because it was just so funny. And if you want to check it out, it's on their Facebook page.
The video also features various funny faces we all make, as we are the least photogenic band, other than Brian.
Yeah,
He's
I think
photogenic.
there was a request for a question from our PD, Emmy. She was asking about the music video from Fashion Forward. Why did you guys decide to use cats?
I will tell you exactly why. So, first off, those are my 2 cats in the video. It's my Sophia and Izzy. When we were planning on putting out the song, we didn't have any plans of a music video. We were planning to just do like straight to Spotify and then just a quick like streaming video, so like album artwork in the background. About 2 weeks before the song was supposed to be released, our label hit us up and said, "Hey, so what's your plan with the video for this song?" And we said, "We don't have one." And they were like, "Well, you got to put something together because we need something other than just like the song with the album art in the background." So we were trying to come up with ideas that were kind of unique and interesting, but also cheap and easy to do. And so the idea came like, why don't we had just done a photo shoot in my basement where we practice. So we had like this big backdrop and like all these fancy lights set up. So the idea came that why don't we set up one of our guitar cabs and amps and then just get like a really close angle and just film an entire music video of my cats. So we filmed the whole thing is literally just my 2 cats climbing up onto the amp, jumping off and just like being cute, which is it's not probably, it's by far the most popular thing that we've ever done. People talk to us about it all the time at shows.
How to make a music video for under $50 by Daniel Matson.
Straight up.
I mean, everyone loves watching cat videos. And I think there's one part during the video where, is it Izzy?
The black one is
The black one is Izzy. So Izzy jumps back up on the thing, like right at a breakdown. Did that happen like without having to do anything, or did you edit it?
So here's the kind of to ruin the magic of the video. So the way we shot it is like, it's a close-up camera angle like halfway up the cab, so there's about 2 or 2.5 feet that you don't see beneath it. The entire time we were shooting, I was on my back or on my knees like underneath the cab, like below the camera angle, hoisting the cats up, because the problem was like, how do we get the cats to climb? Like, they wouldn't climb up the cab on their own because cats don't do what you want them to do.
Never.
So the entire time there's like me underneath holding the cats, pushing them up, trying to get them to like climb on top of the cab. And then every single camera angle, like after that, it's us throwing treats and like snapping and whistling and trying to get them to jump off. Because once they get up there, they get comfortable and they just sit and don't do anything. So like we spent probably an hour and a half or so shooting that. And the hardest part was getting them, like once we got them up, that was easy. Then it was getting them off, like to do anything. So there's a lot of shots that we didn't use where they just climb up and sit there for 5 minutes and we can't get them off. So we like compile all the quick cuts. The one that you're talking about specifically, I underhand tossed one of the cats from like 3 or 4 feet away, and it just worked out. Like we just cut it, to line up with the song. But I was trying something new to see if it would work, and first try, like kind of gently tossed one of the cats, and they just landed and sat down and looked very cute. So we kept it.
That's awesome. So relating to the animals, you guys did a little Facebook post on National Pet Day asking everyone to guess whose animal belonged to which member of the band.
Yeah.
Did anybody get that all correct? I think I got like 2. I don't know.
Well, one of the pictures was me with my dog. I misunderstood.
I thought that was a trick question because I saw that and I'm like, I know these guys. I don't think they did that on purpose.
So Daniel asked us to send them a picture of our pets. So I didn't know he was gonna do like a post like that, like a guess which pet. So I just sent him a picture of me and my dog. So I saw that post and.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I thought it was really weird.
Because maybe I thought you might have been holding Brian's dog or something like that. I'm like, this can't be that easy. I don't know.
Damn, you're giving us way too much credit. We're not that clever. I will say, shout out to our homie Colton. He got it right. So,
all of them?
Yeah, he got all of them right. On our Instagram, he tagged everyone, and he was like in this order, and he tagged them all out. And the last one is me times 2 because I put 2 separate pictures, one of each cat, and he got them all. So shout out Colton, got that shit right.
Good job.
Is Colton the fan or a friend now?
He is a fan that has turned into a friend because
Gotcha.
he comes out to shows all the time.
Okay.
And is really chill.
All our
and cool.
fans are our friends.
Aww, that's
All of our
so
fans.
cute.
These ones that talk to us and hang out.
Yes, exactly.
Speaking of that post, I think after that post specifically, I got this little banner saying you are now a top fan of the home team, which
thank you.
I thought was hilarious because I'm like, of course. And so I think you guys are top fans of KGRG.
Are we
because
really?
You guys are here, well, in person and on
Okay.
Facebook, but I think some of you probably are top fans. You guys have played and done so much with KGRG, and we appreciate you for that.
And vice versa.
And do you have a favorite thing that you have done with KGRG?
My favorite would be, I think it was 4 years ago. We played a KGRG benefit at Luigi's Pizza. That show was really, really fun. I think we opened for Moneta when they were still playing. I believe they were the headlining band. But I had never played Luigi's before. I'd always just heard good things from other bands. So I'd say that is probably my favorite thing that I've done with KGRG, which is pretty soon about to get passed by the show that we're playing in a couple weeks for the new KGRG benefit.
It'll be here at Green River College.
Oh, tight.
It'll be downstage. And fun fact, on that stage, Nirvana has played.
Whoa.
My Chemical Romance has played.
Really?
And many other bands as well have played on that stage.
I'll be
that
sure
I
to
cannot think-
lick the floor.
MXPX also.
Oh, sick.
That show, and I just learned this like 2 weeks ago, that had a line going all the way like out the building, around the corner, and into the street. We probably went over capacity in this building with
Well,
everyone at MXPX.
We're headlining, so it's for sure going to double the length.
I know. I'm pretty sure you guys might meet that, if not exceed. So I'm very excited for this show.
Really? My Chemical Romance?
My Chemical Romance is played here.
That's so sick.
Wild.
They have a music video. I cannot remember what song it's for, but they actually have a KGRG sticker on the back of their van
Oh,
on their
cool.
music video.
Oh.
That's sweet.
Shout out to KGRG.
I like how I'm more surprised by My Chemical Romance than I am Nirvana. Like I'm so used to people being like, "Oh yeah, Nirvana played here and Nirvana played there," and I'm like, "Yeah, dude, we're in Seattle. They played everywhere."
That's the thing. I think that like My Chemical Romance is not from here. No, they're
I have
from
no idea
like
where they're from.
I don't know, not here. Yeah, so Nirvana, they only had to just drive a little bit, but
Yeah.
tickets were $5 for that
Oh,
show,
wow.
and it was. I don't even think it was close to sold out or anything.
That's crazy.
I know. There's a picture out in our lobby of Kurt Cobain lying on the floor.
That's like
downstairs.
way pre them blowing up, right?
There's even a poster for that show somewhere in the archives, and I think we actually have the poster for the show that you guys played at Luigi's hanging up around here as well, because we like to save our benefit things. Anthony, I was going to ask you your favorite memory with KGRG. Even though you've only been here for about a year, you've been pretty involved.
I've only played one KGRG benefit show. I think that was sometime last year, sometime in the summer. I thought it was a really fun show.
Awesome. I
forgot who else played, to be completely honest, but I just remember having a really good time, and all our friends were there, and everyone enjoyed it. And I think this was after the release of the album, so
yeah,
everyone has been listening to it. So
honestly, I planned that show and I don't remember everyone that was there, so that's okay. But so
the one at Real Art.
Yeah, the one at Real Art Tacoma. Yes.
I was racking my brain for a second.
Yeah.
Yes. So this will be a little different, like, scene of playing in Auburn, but that should be cool. So
we're psyched. We've never played in Auburn before.
It'll be
oh
fun.
wait, that's a half lie. We played. We did 2 songs in the KGRG studio like 3-4 years ago.
I don't think it really matters because, like, on social media, we're just gonna say we're playing in Seattle, kind of like how we all say we live in Seattle, even though we don't live in Seattle.
Very true. Unless, like, you're talking to somebody who lives in Washington, you say, "Yeah, I'm from like Kent. I'm from Maple Valley," but people still don't know what Maple Valley is. It's just
that's
like,
insane.
I know, like, people like who are up north, they're like, "What?" They don't know. For you guys, you're going to be doing a summer tour here. I've been seeing some hints of that. Do you guys have any information you could share?
Yes. So we actually haven't officially announced it yet, but some of the shows have been popping up on Facebook. We're doing a full U.S. tour. It's going to be May 21st. Yeah, May 21st through June 24th. We're going all across the U.S., hitting like all the East Coast and all the Midwest. It's going to be us headlining. We're going to be announcing it, I think, on Monday the 30th. Like right at the end of April is when we're officially announcing everything. We're just getting all our ducks in a row.
Gotcha. Do you know who you're touring with yet? Can you not release?
We're headlining, so it's like just us.
Okay.
There's going to be we're doing like 4 dates in Florida with a band called Arrows in Action. And then we're doing 4 dates on the East Coast with a band called The Second After. But other than that, it's like local support at every show. So it's tour flyer is going to be like just our faces.
So you guys have been on many tours. Do you know how many tours you've been on so far?
I think this is going to be number 16 for us. I think that's right. It's like between 13 and 16, somewhere in there.
And this upcoming tour would be my 5th tour with the home team.
So you guys went on 5 tours within the last year then?
Mm-hmm.
That you guys are on top of it. So since you've been on so many tours, do you have any like wild, crazy stories that like stand out from everything else?
Michigan.
Yep. 100%.
I love how you know exactly what.
Before this happened, we got asked that question a lot, and I always had to kind of like think like, okay, what weird stuff has happened to us?
I know it's a basic question, but I know you've been on so many tours, so that's why I want to feel like that's a fun one.
Once this happened, we were all like, after our adrenaline all calmed down and everyone like chilled out.
This is the story.
Oh yeah, we all know like this is the story. So we played a show. This was last summer. We were on tour with Rest Repose and Drusif Stalin's Musical Endeavors. We were the opening band on that tour, and we were in just outside of Detroit, I think. I forget.
What it's called something Michigan. I forgot. It's on the tip of my tongue.
I can't remember. We'll think of it. But we were in Detroit, and we had finished the show. And I'll set the scene. So we're on it's in a downtown kind of industrial area. We're right outside the venue, and there's 3 vans and trailers all lined up on one street. We're all just unloading our gear, just everything's normal. And we're about halfway through loading our trailer, and all of a sudden we hear
pop.
Yep, we hear some fireworks go off. It sounds like a string of firecrackers, and everyone stops and looks over, and we're just like, what was that? And it's like 12:30, 1 in the morning, like it's pretty late. And everyone stops, and we look over, and a couple seconds later, we see 2 guys sprint out of an alley on the other side of the street, shooting at each other. And there's what we thought were firecrackers
It started like getting more frequent. Like it went from like pop, pop, pop to like pop, 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 pop. So like
You thought it was fireworks.
We thought, we thought like some kids
Peaceful.
were throwing fireworks, and then we heard like, like the string of fireworks where you light it and it's just like a whole bunch of crackles really fast. It sounded like that, but insanely loud.
Now, was this around 4th of July or was this?
No.
So
This was a shootout. So what we thought were firecrackers was really like a submachine gun, just unloading a whole clip. And we see a car speed off, and then 2 people run out, like sprinting, shooting pistols at each other, and someone just yells that, it's a gun, run. And so everyone drops all their stuff. Our gear is just in the sidewalk. Half the people sprint into the venue. A bunch of people like dive into the vans.
I think some of our guys like went inside our van.
Yeah. So this is so while we're running away, I have the van keys on me, and my thought is, okay, lock the van, just in case, like I guess in case someone runs over and like tries to take our stuff, because there were backpacks and stuff in the van at the time, which we never do, but it was the end of the night, and so everyone had thrown their stuff.
Yeah.
Normally we take everything with us, so we don't get robbed.
Yeah.
But everyone had like put their stuff away, so I pressed the lock button a couple times. What I found out later is that like 3 or 4 of our guys had dove in the van. So I'm here like an idiot pressing the lock button,
like the beeping.
making the van horn go off, like the lock, like the it's been locked noise, while 3 guys are hiding from the shooters inside the van.
So you're just causing all the attention towards the van.
Yeah, I didn't mean to. I thought I was just being responsible and locking the van, but apparently not.
Yeah, I was pretty shook. Like I was part of the crowd that went inside, and I immediately called my parents.
Oh my god!
I'm like, guys, like there's a shooting. Like I think I'm fine for now. I was also pretty shook. I even called my ex-girlfriend. Like, hey, there's a shooting.
Was it your ex at the time?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was pretty shook, but I think the craziest part for me was the reaction by the venue staff. The bartender was totally laughing it off. We were like, hey, we heard a shooting. And I was like, oh, no. Like, there's just fireworks. Like, people do fireworks here all the time. And
then he said that they film movies in that alley. We're like,
Yeah.
it's 1 in the
Michigan.
morning. Yeah, it's like Tuesday at 1 in the morning. What do you mean?
Yeah, and then the cops show up, and we tell them our story. And, like, they were sort of laughing it off, too. But then there were multiple cops. And then out of nowhere, one of the cops started pulling out and then turned their lights on. And then, like, a few cops were patrolling the area. And they found casings after. Yeah, it was weird because in like the hour that followed the whole fiasco, it was going back and forth. Like, because there was actually about 10 minutes where we all thought like, oh, it was actually fireworks. So, like we were sitting there like, oh, we were dumb. We were like, they're fireworks. But then we got a text from someone from another band, and they're told like, oh yeah, cops found bullet casings. Like, oh, it was a shooting. So did
anyone get hurt? Like,
no.
So it was probably just shot.
Someone died. So someone was shot, but no one from us.
No one from our group.
Like the shooting.
Yeah.
There was a guy that died.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's wild though, because the information, like, I didn't see the gunshots. I saw the 2 people running.
I saw those.
I saw them running out, and so they must have been done shooting by the time I heard everything. But a couple people had like literally seen the guys shooting at each other, and they're the ones that were telling everyone like, no, like this was real. This was not fireworks. But then some people were like, oh, I didn't actually see any guns, so I don't know. But I mean, there was so much. Once someone yelled that that there was a gun, like nobody stopped to think. Everyone just dropped their stuff and just booked it into the venue. Like we all sprinted upstairs, hid like beneath the bar and like, closed doors and everything. That was by far the most scary thing that's ever happened to us on tour. Yeah.
That'd probably be like the scariest thing that's ever happened in your life. Probably.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. That would be like, wow.
That was the first shooting I've ever been like in the midst of. So.
Like I've gone to like the shooting range and like shot pistols and stuff, but
that's like not the same at all.
No, not in the middle of the street in the middle of the night. Where
the thing that shook me was like it was so loud. Like I know what a handgun sounds like, but I've played like shooter video games before.
Yeah.
And the sound of like the submachine gun was just way louder than I thought it was going to be in person. Because everyone just stopped. Like everyone was, talking and being loud, and then we heard the firecrackers, and everyone just went quiet. Like, what the hell was that?
That probably definitely tops one of the craziest things that's ever happened on a tour.
Yeah, I made sure to hide that from. I think I texted my dad.
Yeah.
And then I made sure to hide that from my mom.
Oh no.
She ended up.
Because she'd probably be like, "You're never going on tour again."
I think she found it because I posted about it on Facebook,
Mhm.
and then But
I don't know why I didn't hear about it. Did you guys post about it a lot or anything? Or
we
kinda
posted
just,
on
like...
our personals.
Okay.
A lot of us did, but I don't think we ever posted about it on any of our band accounts.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I didn't post about it because it was kind of like, I definitely didn't want my mom to see, because she's already, like anytime I leave the house or whatever, she's always tells me to be careful. Like, imagine how she'd feel if she found out that there was a shooting a block away from me when I was on the other side of the country. Like, she would have a heart attack.
And it's kind of like, even though our parents were like pretty old, out of the house and everything, if our parents say, "You're not going to do this again," and you're like, "I know, okay."
Yeah.
I promise I will never go on tour again. Well, so I guess kind of to wrap things up, do you guys have any other plans or anything that you have coming up that you'd like people to know? Any recording plans?
we have been
like that?
working on new material.
Mhm.
I think we have about 5 or 6 songs that are, I would say, about 70% done.
Mhm.
So the way we demo things out is, we get together at least once a week or once every other week, and someone will have an idea and we'll jam on it, and then we'll add, remove, change things around, and then one of us will record. I think everyone in the band has a way to record record things, so we'll record it out and then we'll send it to each other, and then we'll go back and forth until we have a current version of the song that we like, and then we'll kind of sit on it. So that's kind of been our process so far, and it always starts with someone's idea. So
That must be awesome, kind of like having. So you guys have like 5 members in your band, right? Like, it's. I feel like it was such a hard thing to get all 5 people together to do everything at once, and it'd probably take a lot longer. And now, like these days, you're able to just be like, "Here's this bit, here's this bit."
Yeah, what I like about this band is that we can operate without everyone. We don't need everyone in the room. So because we all have pretty crazy schedules and opposite conflicting schedules. So we try to do what we can. And a lot of that's due in part to the technology that's available. We can just send each other stuff over the internet and then add as we go. But we are what I like about what I liked about this group, especially only joining recently, is that they're very adaptable, and also a lot of the limitations I've experienced in other groups is not a limitation with this band. So yeah, we've been writing new material, and we're really pushing ourselves with what we can do as a band. So we're really excited to get these songs finished and eventually show you.
Are you guys ever gonna do a hardcore song?
Gosh, I really want to.
I feel like you should just throw one in there.
We do. So at the end of our set, a lot of times we do a short cover. Like we played "Raining Blood" by Slayer before. We played "Psychosocial" by Slipknot. Like a little snippet of it. You can tell the Ant Pile story if you want. That's your life.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
So we were thinking of what to do for our winter tour in December, and the original idea was Psychosocial. So I think we were exploring other options, and John, our guitarist, recommended Ride the Lightning, and I was like, that's a little too old. How about Ant Pile by Kublai Khan? And he got livid.
And now Bach's nickname is forever Ant Pile.
Ant Pile. Yeah, this comes from the generational gap between the members.
Is Ryan the oldest?
John is the oldest. He's 30, and I am the youngest at 21. So there's a very clear generational gap. It's actually really fun, kind of seeing that, because it translates into how we are as a band, especially in our style. Because first we look very different. I look like a kid and everyone else in the band looks like dads. So, but I think it works out really well, and like our music tastes are very different. Like what I classify as like music I grew up to is different than what they grew up.
I understand because I am as well. I just turned 22, so I get it. It's
exactly. Like apparently I don't know what real emo is.
back in back in my day when I listened to this music, and then like people who are only 10 years older than us were like, that was garbage.
The other day we were at a show at El Corazon, and the local band Dead Lakes played. They played a cover at the end of their set of a Devil Wears Prada song. It was off of
Danger Wild Man.
Yeah, it was off of With Roots Above and Branches Below, or it was off that record. And Bach and I were talking about it, and I said, "You want to know how old I am, Bach? I stopped listening to that band because I thought that CD sucked. Like that, I only listened to the material before that." And Bach was like, "That's the first thing I heard from them."
Oh, no.
Like that was the record that got me into them.
And you're not that much older. Is like music is so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also might have been in my my angry deathcore phase, which I got over.
It's actually really funny because I actually talked with John about this a lot. Our phases were kind of reversed. Like they, actually no, not really reversed, but like it's just been kind of staggered, because actually I forgot what I lost my train of thought. But anyways, to answer your question, I would definitely be down to record a hardcore song.
Knucklepuck just did that recently.
Oh yeah, they did a cover of Duality by Slipknot. That was actually really good.
You guys could like, I know that there's some albums that have like 30-second like little things in between, like, and it's like the interlude. I don't know much about it.
Or like a secret track at the end.
Or do like that big gap in a song, and then you have like a hardcore breakdown.
I would love to do that.
And then you guys are just like screaming in the background.
Definitely can.
That'd be so cool.
Possible secret track. You might have just exposed something that we were working on.
Oh no. Exclusive here on KGRG.
Twist mustache.
And I did just think of one more question that I have to ask. I just learned today that Anthony has now gone blonde. Have you guys considered all going blonde for this 30th anniversary show?
Well, Brian's already blonde, and our guitarists both lack hair, so
what?
Make them wear a wig.
Make them wear a wig.
I guess we will have 3 blonde guys for this show.
I just thought it was a thing that went through my head, and I'm like, you guys should all go blonde for the 30th.
It'd be like in high school when the swim team would dye their hair blonde before like championship. At least that's what they did in my
Do it.
I don't think we could ever convince John and Ryan to do it.
Yeah,
make them wear wigs. It's fine. That way, it's not permanent.
Yeah.
Is this going to be the 30th anniversary?
KGRG is 30 years old.
Wow.
And it's not, KGRG itself. Like it was a different format before too. So it's been today's rock for 30 years.
Gotcha. I was going to say, because then I'm pretty sure that the show that we played the first time was the 25th anniversary. So that would have been 5 years ago. Whoa.
You're old.
I know.
Dan's old.
Dang.
Yep. So for some information about the concert, it is the 30th anniversary here at Green River College. Doors are at 6. Show starts at 6:30. The home team is headlining. Thanks to you guys. We also have Cashing Karma and the Lightweight Champs will be here. So come out. It'll be so much fun. And I'm very excited to have you guys play for us again.
We are too.
Well, thank you so much for coming in. It's been great talking to you guys again.
Likewise.
And we will see you on May 10th.
Heck yeah, bro.